Hey everybody, and welcome to my top 5 games of 2016. If you don't know, but I assume most of you do, there is a video on my main channel where I discuss the top 10 to top 6, or no, top 10 through 6 games of this year, and this is the follow-up to that 5 to 1. And I also have a little bit of like a last year speech going on there, so if you guys want to hear that. And also I talk a little bit about the next videos coming up in 2017, so if you're interested in that and haven't watched that yet, then go check it out. The link to that video is in the description down below. Without further ado, let's then get going to the top 5. Dark Souls 3 starts this video off on place 5. Ever since the first Dark Souls, I've been a fan of From Software, and the first one even sits in the spot on my top 10 best games of all time. I had Dark Souls 2 on place 1 in the year that it came out, and I thought Dark Souls 3 was better than 2, so naturally one would expect a higher position than 5. But the reason why I put it here is because I realized that no matter how many Soul games are released, I will never get that same feeling as I did with the first one. Dark Souls 1 broke the conventional rules of gaming for me, with its insane twists and bosses, mind-boggling quest structure, and incredible replay value. Dark Souls had everything from deep dungeons to high castles, snowy peaks, creepy forests, and scary ghost ruins, and so much more. Every new area was such a surprise, and gave me something I had never experienced before. But because of that, I am not able to be surprised anymore. Some of the areas in Dark Souls 3 are breathtaking, and some of the boss fights are the hardest yet. But I never got a huge oh my god moment out of this. And I was sad to realize I probably would never get it, even though the Dark Souls formula is still very satisfying. Gears of War Gears of War deserves the same spot as the title suggests. Though the gameplay has not changed much, there is a nice variety in the campaign, with an awesome intro, vehicle sections, spectacular battles, and the implementation of Horde mode in the campaign. When also taking into account that the game runs like heaven on PC, Gears of War 4 turns into an instant classic. With great multiplayer support in the form of Horde mode and the classic team deathmatch, this becomes one hell of a package deal. On 3 is Hitman. I'm a huge Hitman fan. I have played all of them, and thought Blood Money was the absolute pinnacle, and was sorely disappointed in Absolution, that had terrible elements which made it less challenging. The beautiful thing about this year's Hitman is that it has so many customizable options that you can make the experience as hardcore as the older games, or even harder. With beautiful, huge levels, it was such a pleasure exploring and figuring out all the different ways of taking out a target. The Sapienza level sticks out with its sunny beaches, and just thinking about the game makes me want to play again. On 2 sits Inside. It's official. I am a fan of Playdead Studio. I already fell in love with their superb platform puzzler Limbo, but many weren't sure if it was a first time lucky fluke. After playing Inside, the definite answer is no, as Inside is even better. Sharing the same basics with Limbo, it generates a new feeling with brand new visuals, a drastically different setting, and new puzzle mechanics. From the first 5 minutes, you are intrigued and invested in this mysterious world and story, which manages to keep your interest all the way through to the ending. And what an ending that was. I cannot wait to see what this talented studio does next. A number 1, and for me, the best game of 2016 is Abzu. This short, mystical game did something that no other game managed this year. It genuinely made me feel happy. I often feel very thrilled, scared, or invested in a game, but rarely do I actually feel like everything in and around me is exactly as it should be. The zen-like experience that Abzu offered was phenomenal. Swimming through the lush ocean filled with life and jumping graciously out of the water with the other creatures accompanied by gorgeous music hypnotized me. Each level offered vastly different tones and sea creatures. From colorful schools of fish to dark, prehistoric beings to sea giants in the form of whales. The last 10 minutes of the game are pure joy as you feel your short journey coming to an end. And it is a journey I will definitely be making again in the future. Alright guys, and that was it for my top 5 games, or top 10 if you watched the other video as well, of this year. I hope that 2017 will show a good grow on this Let's Play channel. I will continue doing all kinds of different series. I hope to get some requests on the other video for some Let's Play series that I can do here or streaming. And with that, a happy New Year, and I will see you guys in 2017.